It's cold.
Hello, this is not a spring chick, the Bikini Czar, and yes, they've asked me to do some things without glasses, and you're going, what is all this? Well, you're going, where's the bikini? Okay, so, where is the bikini?
It's there. It's
yeah, the bikini's under here. See, this is what happens is, it gets actually, you think it's actually warm here all the time? Okay, so that's what I wear in between shots. That is actually my real warm bathrobe because it's the winter time.
There's no heat in this building, folks.
Well, not as much heated as I would like. And then, well, actually, the way we get heated is we have the lights on to light up the room.
We don't turn the lights off. We burn the lights too much then.
Yeah. So that is what helps to keep me warm over here. But so that's actually what happens in between. So sometimes if you see me moving around, see, you thought I was just fidgety. Well, sometimes I also get fidgety too because it helps to keep me a little warm. And I don't know if you're seeing this, but do you see a? Well,
yeah.
I guess you can zoom in, huh?
Not on the.
But if you look really close, you can see goosebumps on me. See?
Yeah. The neat thing about this is it doesn't get out of focus no matter what. So.
Goosebumps are.
It's cold in here. I mean, it's just it is like about 63, 64 if you don't stand in front of the light. It's why we tend to work in the kitchen set because it's a narrower area. This area here is like this room is like 40+ foot by about 20-some foot wide. So.
Well, and part of it, yeah, which means it's a larger space. But also, what happens is you get the background, and depending on what we're doing, we either want a background, we either want the kitchen, this background, blue screen,
green.
What?
We have green, yellow,
and green screen.
And people have seen their goal. Yeah, so.
So we've got a lot of different options, but it always depends on what we're doing and how much time we have. But see, part of it is. I can still see without my glasses. What happens is people are so used to seeing me with the glasses that it actually has become a trademark. But also, I can see without them. I just see better with them.
You don't drive with them.
I don't drive without them. So anyway.
She's cold, folks. See, you want to have her, and just imagine, they want her to wear smaller bikinis, and it is cold in this building. It's why we actually... Normally, we would not be here at this time of year.
Yeah.
We would not be here. So you're getting something shot that wouldn't be being done because we cannot heat this thing up.
I know.
It's too big to heat is what the room is. There's only...
well, actually, there's just vents on one side of the room.
There's only vents on one side, and like I said...
so other than that, you're using, what, area heaters?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they make noise.
Mm-hmm.
Our lights don't make noise, but if you're standing, believe me, I can guarantee you it's cold standing alongside the camera. So, well, no, this is a great big volume of a room. We can't show you it all right now because oh God, it's piled up with everything. But eventually, we'll basically show you. We'll show you the entire 25 length of our screen.
Oh yeah, we would like to show that.
But we have a piano. Yeah, and okay, we have monitors in one end, and at the other end there's our piano.
So I'm not really a moonwalker.
Yeah,
no, you leave that for the avatar.
This is a 25-foot cyc wall, but unfortunately behind part of the cyc wall is equipment. You know, this is our rock face, so we can get away with draping it over the equipment. Now, sooner or later, you're going to see it. She's going to be able to walk back and forth 25 foot, and you'll be able to draw further back because we'll get a full-length shot because the floor will also have the drop cloth on. There's room on the drop cloth to basically lay down on it, but we can't stretch it out because we've got equipment everywhere.
Of course we do.
It's just like it was, like it was a regular film studio where they pile everything up. The only place you have to shoot is the screen that's in front of you.
Yeah, well, the equipment's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, well, they don't see it. Our kitchen set is really got awful mess in there too. So if we move the camera to the right, you see stuff piled 4 foot, 5 foot deep, 6 foot deep.
So anyway.
So you're getting a lecture, and you want to see her without her glasses, so she's all wound up about what to do.
I know. Well, part of it is I'm all wound up because we have a lot of things coming up.
And she's cold.
And I'm cold, so actually if I sit there and move a lot,
yeah,
it's not just because I have these ruffle things in it.
It's just cold. because I'm standing here cold. And she's got less on. That's because she's the Bikini Czar.
Well, and also, I think men tend to run a little bit warmer than do women.
Well, actually, I was born with a temperature of 100 degrees, so I run hot at a little over 100. So whenever people are freezing, I'm nice and warm.
Oh.
I know. So I can go out in shorts and stuff and things that other people can't. She can't. So she cannot do that because she starts to shiver when she gets to a certain temperature, so
it
burns her out quicker.
So it is, but anyway.
You get to see her without her.
So you see me without my glasses.
You get to see her without her glasses on, and then you get to see her get warm again. Yeah. So.
I know you're probably thinking that's an awfully big bathrobe.
It's an awfully cold building.
And this is. I have multiple bathrobes. Of course, this is the really big, really warm one.
Well, no, it was like freezing this morning. So
I think yesterday was in the mid-30s during the day as a high point.
Yeah,
and there was a warning out for hypothermia. So for some people that think it's always warm in California, no, it's not.
Count on miserable weather around the Rose Parade.
Yeah. So usually it's cold at the Rose Parade for two reasons. One is because it's January, right?
Yep.
So it usually gets colder anyway because of the time. But also because the parade starts at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, it really does.
If it started at noon, it would be warmer.
Yeah, but the problem is that the sun is in the face of the cameras. The later, it's got to be done within 2.5 hours to keep the sun out of the cameras. So it's all got to do with okay. Then the football game starts very quickly. It's all done. Everything is done for the convenience of the cameras and not for the convenience of people anymore. It used to be a people's thing. Now it's basically who can afford to pay the most for the camera setups, which we couldn't afford. So.
Yeah, well, part of it is we usually do not pay for credentialing.
Yeah.
That's not a normal practice because you can actually pay quite a bit for credentialing to cover things, and if you want exclusive rights, well, then it's also much more expensive.
And we just don't do that, so we got politicked out of a position today. Right. So there you got to see her. She's gonna be doing lots more without her glasses. So.
I am.
Well, they want every now and then.
Okay.
Every now and then she'll do something without glasses. The other part that they want, well, they have to go over to Daily Motion to see that.
I know why you want to see me without the glasses, because then you don't see the reflection of the lights in there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Actually, they're all wanting to see the headlights, but they don't get to see enough.
They get to see the headlights?
Yeah.
But they can see the headlights?
Yeah. Not on YouTube, they can't.
Oh. Wait a minute. If you're wearing... Well, it depends on how you're showing them. If you have a shirt on and it shows through the shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
But not on YouTube anymore.
Really? You can't?
No.
I thought you could do...
No.
Oh.
She grew up in a nunnery, folks.
I mean, I thought like you just can't take your top off. Although they do have naked news and they put a bar...
I know, but they pay to be on, no. So they pay for that. Anything you see with a girl showing her behind or showing her being naked, they are paying for that. We don't pay, so that's why we're on suspension. So we're in trouble.
We didn't show anything like that.
No, but they did. Somebody grumped about your backside of your black swimsuit.
Well, they were born in a nunnery.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Actually, it was probably somebody that was very liberal during the 60s. That's a grandmother now.
Yeah.
And thinks that everybody should be like wearing turtlenecks.
But the Bikini Czar is just a place to come to have fun. We put an awful lot of work into a lot of things we do.
And believe me, it is effort.
It's effort. It
is effort because somebody, you're sitting there talking about it, and I said, imagine this. You have to be bikini ready. They're going, what? I said, you have to be available to be on camera in a bikini every single day.
Yeah.
And they're going, oh.
And what people have to understand, the Bikini Czar segments are not shot specific. We don't go out of our way to shoot for the Bikini Czar. They're in between segments. So it's an in between. We're doing something else when these pieces are shot. Everything that you see in the Bikini Czar is in between another thing's being, generally it's like they're all setups being done, and she's getting, she's basically eating, working out, getting ready. You're getting to see what more or less goes on during the, like she talks about that. We'll turn the camera on her when she's basically doing something.
Well, and part of it is may not be in front of the camera every day on a bikini, but I have to be ready too, because the schedule changes all the time.
Yeah, and people basically request her to do interviews in bikinis.
I know, somebody did make me promise. He says, we're going to do a Grammy suite. He says, you got to come to our Grammy suite and do the interviews in a bikini.
They wanted to do it last year, and she was so...
Well, part of it was I would have done it, but it's like the other people that were going to help me didn't come.
I know.
And so, I'm going to do an interview in a bikini behind a camera?
That can't do it. So
I mean, it's kind of, and you're carrying all the equipment? And
we have been taught, major events have asked her to come do the event in the bikini, so. In violation of the event rules, as a matter of fact, so. So the swimsuit, like I said, people think, well, you must go to, you shoot these things, dedicate time to do them all by themselves. No, this is in between two different, we've already done, this is in between one piece and another piece now, which is why
because you also know we do Bikini Czar and not a spring chick.
Yeah, so, because the bikini, not a spring chick is a separate person in the same body.
Yeah, but which also means is if you look at my stomach, it does not look exactly the same every single day.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I've eaten more recently than others.
Yeah, so this is done on New Year's Day, but we weren't planning to be doing this today, so we're doing long pieces, we're doing thought pieces, and I'm not in my shorts because I've got I've mangled my leg, and it's in a great big
well, yeah,
so.
And also we're getting ready to go to the
and I didn't want my leg
show.
to get worse, so I've got a brace on it, so I'm basically not. It's not that I would be out there, except for the fact that I'm worried about doing something and not being able to work next week because I got too much work to do next week. So
yeah, so we're kind of taking it easy, getting ready and making sure everything's in place. But it's like. Oh, actually, we'll see what we can do for the Bikini Czar in Vegas.
Yeah, we've done some really nice things in Las Vegas with the Bikini Czar because we do actually, News Video Web does maintain a suite in Las Vegas.
So we can do it there. I mean, I will tell you, do not expect to see me out on the strip in a bikini.
Or at one of the swimming pools because it's got awful cold.
It's really cold.
But there you get to see it. This is her New Year's gift to everybody.
Start off a new leaf.
Yeah. You had to keep her from hitting our camera.
Yeah.
See,
that bathrobe is heavy. I do not want to hit the camera with that one.
So there. This is her, starting off the year 2011. You asked to see her with no glasses on, and, in between our spots, she took her glasses off, so.
Yeah. So Happy New Year's.